Let's talk about buyer agents and their compensation. I'm Eddie Mann with Team George Weeks Real Estate. You know, it used to be that more often than not, the compensation for a buyer's agent was paid by the seller. However, regulations have changed, and now the responsibility for compensating the buyer's agent, you know, the one who represents you and protects you as the buyer, falls on you. The buyer's agent can still negotiate with the seller's agent to get them to contribute to that compensation, whether it be the entire amount or a portion of it. But with the new regulations, ensuring the buyer's agent gets paid is now legally the buyer's responsibility. Legally, you have to sign an agreement before any buyer's agent in the United States can work with you. Now, that agreement will always state that the buyer is ultimately responsible for paying a buyer's agent's commission, not the seller. That said, the seller can still pay the commission. It just has to be negotiated off the MLS. The new regulation does not say that the seller can't pay the buyer's representation fee. It's something that can be negotiated on your behalf. Some sellers will still choose to pay the buyer's agent compensation, and some won't. So you have the choice to write an offer on a home where the seller pays the fee for your buyer's agent, or you can choose not to write an offer on a home if the seller is not willing to pay it. Again, all commissions or compensation are always negotiable between all parties and always have been. Listen to me. There is no traditional, customary, or standard commission amount. Commissions are negotiable, just as who will be paying for them is negotiable. When buyers decide to represent themselves in a real estate transaction without the expertise of a buyer's agent, they might think they're saving money. However, when you consider the overall financial investment and the potential liability involved, it's really a false saving. Having representation makes a huge difference. Keep this in mind. Your agent doesn't even get paid at all until they've succeeded in getting you into the home you want. An experienced buyer's agent knows things you probably aren't even thinking of, like whether there's a lot of traffic in a certain area or why certain neighborhoods are selling for more or less. These are things you wouldn't know about if you weren't an experienced agent. Now, before you look at any houses, you'll know exactly what you're looking at and if that house fits your lifestyle and budget. Then, once you find a home you like, they'll research the current market and market trends even further and talk to the seller's agent about the seller's priorities and hot buttons. At this point, they'll also ask the seller's agent if the seller is or is not willing to pay the buyer's agent's fee. All of this is to help you write an offer that will be attractive to the seller at a price you can afford with the terms you want, or to help you decide whether to make an offer at all. Your agent will submit your offer and begin the negotiation process. A great agent will be a terrific collaborative negotiator with the experience and expertise to know how to compromise and create a deal that satisfies both the seller and the buyer. Your buyer's agent will be able to negotiate things like rent backs, repair requests, and closing costs, including the buyer's agent's compensation. They'll negotiate the right price and terms to make sure you're not paying more than you should. You see, the seller's agent wants to protect the seller and get them the most money and the best terms. And as a buyer's agent, their job is to do the same for you. Their goal is to negotiate all of this and make sure you get the best possible price and terms. Once your offer is accepted, your agent manages all the people and processes to unearth any issues and finalize the deal. They'll order inspections like home and pest inspections, plus any special inspections needed like pool or well or septic, and point out any issues that arise. They'll keep on top of lenders and help you provide whatever documentation is necessary. They'll deal with the title and escrow companies, connect you with home insurance companies and home warranty providers, and help you choose the best options for your situation. Your agent will manage all these people and processes to keep your closing on track and communicate regularly so you know exactly what's going on. Yes, your agent will spend literally hundreds of hours, much of it behind the scenes, working on your behalf. And it's only when they succeed and you have the keys to your dream home that they get paid. Again, per the agreement, you as the buyer are contractually responsible to pay this fee, though your agent will negotiate and try to get the seller to pay it. This and so much more is what a great buyer's agent will do for you and why you need one. When you're ready to enlist the services of a buyer's agent, call any of our highly trained, high-octane realtors at Team George Weeks Real Estate. I'm Eddie Mann, Senior Partner and Realtor, and I'm waiting on your call.